Hello and welcome back. My name is Poppy and today I'm going to be going through the new Vesteria update. So this update has actually been way bigger than I ever could have imagined. So I want to break down the essentials. So first of all, as you can see, the UI has changed. Um, so the health and MP is like connected to the hotbar, and all like your settings and quest and inventory, instead of being here to the left, are now down here. Um, Honestly, I think it looks pretty good like this. Another thing that is also pretty cool is that now if you go to settings, um, you can change the theme. So you can change whether it's black or white, which I think is pretty cool. I think it was like asked a lot, so they ended up doing it. Now it doesn't change when you're choosing your slots, for example, but I still think it's pretty cool and a good little detail. Um, they also changed like your inventory now, like your per character and your inventory is connected. And for the abilities, as you can see, it also changed a little bit. What I really love about this is that now they added here to the right, they added all the perks. So if you've been watching my videos, you know that stats give you perks. So now you can see all the perks you have, not only from your stats but also from your equipment. For example, the incisors ability is overbite, and as you can see here, it also has it on the abilities and skills. So I think that's a really good detail, and that has to be one of my favorite things in the up in the update. Talking about equipment, sadly variants are gone. So keen, swift, fierce, vibrant, legendary, and the purple one. I think they're all. I'm pretty sure they're all gone, so you can no longer get them. If you did have a weapon that used to have a variant, it will still have the variant, but it will no longer count to it like turning into a red tier. So if you had a red tier Swift Sand Ravage bow, but it's only red because it has because of Swift, it will no longer be red. If that makes any sense to you. Um, so yeah, variants are gone. So if you have any variants, the prices for the variants will skyrocket. So I recommend you like keep them and sell them for a lot more later. Um, so next is the stamina. As you can see, the stamina bar has changed a little bit. Once you reach 10 plus 10 stamina, it instead of going upwards, it will go to the side, so the stamina will get, as Emu puts it, thick. So yeah. Uh, so I think that's a cool little detail. I think it looks way better. Now stamina in the new update. Now when sprinting on like anything that is not stone roads causes you to lose stamina. So before you wouldn't lose stamina when sprinting, but now you do. So honestly, I think it's cool. The only thing is that I think it's a little bit annoying, because especially for mages, which normally do not have like any stamina stuff, any stamina equipment and such. So it is kind of annoying, but I do think it's realistic, and as such, I think it's a cool detail. Now even more detail, the thing that I found very cool is that when you walk on like stone paths like this, as you can see, my stamina is not going down. That is because when you're in stone paths, you regenerate your stamina, which is, I think, is a cool little detail.
Nice.
Um, so yeah, That's it for stamina. Um, Now there's also a lot of other like little things, like when eliminating someone with Shunpo you get max stamina, and when you respawn you have max stamina, stuff like that. Um, I don't want to go into detail in that in this video, but I'll leave the link to the Vesteria Discord and the page of the announcement in the link in the description, because um, so yeah. Uh, so next to that, I want to talk about the XP orbs. So this has to be like my favorite like thing to this update. So basically, every time you kill someone, you know how before it would just like drop, say down here that you got XP. Well, now every time you kill someone, you can visually see your XP getting, you getting XP. So those yellow orbs, that's me getting XP. Honestly, I really love this little detail, and I think they needed to have this for a while, because sometimes you don't know when you have a mob, and I just thought I think it looks cool. The best part about it is that it doesn't lag at all. Normally, like particles like this would make like you lag a lot. But even in mass amounts of enemies, when I killed them all at once, the only thing that made me lag was me killing the entities themselves, not the XP orbs, which I think is pretty good. So I really like the new XP orbs, so that when you kill something, you know for sure. Um, so now there's also a lot of ability changes. Most of them are, again, I don't want to go into detail for all of them because there's a lot. Um, but mostly what I got from it is that execute, as you can, and Shadow Flurry and Switch Strike will no longer interrupt your sprint, which I think is pretty cool. Um, Now sorcerers, they got nerfed a little bit, and their Frost Call um, went from 12 icicles to 12 to 10. So at max level you only throw, I guess, like 12. You only call 10 icicles and not 12, which honestly is a very much needed nerf, not going to lie. But yeah, uh those are the main things, I'm pretty sure. If you want to see all the other abilities, I'll link the page to the Vesteria Discord, and the page where they announced this update. Um, so so besides that, that's mostly it. Now, Mokatua and Possum the Devourer have also been changed a little bit, and I'm honestly very happy this happened. So the main reason why the developers took out like variants is because they said it added a very grindy aspect to the game that they didn't really want. Um, in my opinion, I don't think they should have done it. After all, it is a very grindy game. It is a RPG game. Um, so I don't know why I'm not fully with them on that idea, I guess. But at the same time, like it makes my stuff that much more rare, which is good for me. But I still wish they didn't take away the variants. And so for the Possum and Mokatua, what they changed about them is their loot pool. So as I said, they wanted to make this game less grinding. So what they did is that they made everything for Possum and Mokatua, like their chances of dropping something, they increased by a lot. For example, today I brought my Warlock to Mokatua, and there was not a lot of people, so I did do a lot of damage. But normally if I did that, I might not even get anything. And I got like one dark scroll, I got two skill resets and one stat reset, one Moko dagger and a Moko club. So what I'm trying to say is that the percentages of things dropping has increased by a ton for Mokatua and Possum. So things are way easier to get now, which I think is good. Um, because again, it was very grindy and it was hard to get these things. But yeah, that's it for the update. Again, I don't wanna. There's a lot more details that have changed. Like I think they did something where, as you can see, all the NPCs are now named, and now instead of like putting the when you talk to someone, as you can see, it says leave on to the side, not actually on the person. So there's lots of little details that I haven't mentioned in this video, and that they they should get a notice because I think they are really cool. Um, so yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. So I forgot this to add this to the main video, but I really wanted to like put this in the video because it's such a cool update. Um, so as you may know or may not know at this point, there's a Taximan Dave. So he could pay you. You could pay him to take you to certain places. Um, and he used to be pretty expensive. Like it would sometimes it would cost all the way up to like 25 silver, um, which is why I normally avoided him and used runes. But in the new update, he actually got updated, which was quite a surprise. And now you can teleport to any location you've been in. Not only that, but you can also teleport to certain areas in those places. For example, Puerto Vidilo, I can go to Salty Dog Tavern and path to the Colosseum. So, yeah, I think this is pretty cool. Now, what I recommend you do is that, for example, since runes are pretty useless now, um, what I recommend you to do, since you, for example, as you may or may not know, there's like no Taximan Dave in either the Great Crossroads or the Colosseum. So if you go teleport there, you might not be able to come back with Taximan Dave. So what I recommend you do is buy a certain rune and buy only that rune where you know Taximan Dave is. So for example, for me it would be Nilgarf room. So anytime I teleport to somewhere where the Taximan Dave is not there, I will just teleport back here and talk to Taximan Dave. So Taximan Dave is fully free, and you might be asking, why is this like good? Why not just buy other runes from different places? Well, it's just like a backup strategy if you you don't have a rune for that place, or you want to go a certain location that doesn't have runes. So yeah, what I recommend is just buying Nilgarth, Warrior Runes, whatever, where Taximan Dave is there, and then use him to teleport anywhere else. So I also really like that you have to go to that location, and again, you can utilize the fact that he teleports you to specific areas in those places. So yeah, I think that's a pretty cool update. So bye.